What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. I don't know what episode it is. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. I took a lot of notes because I wanted to make sure that I was clear on what was happening here, in this episode. We see that Candy and Latoya are talking. They just show everybody like doing stuff around the house and stuff like that. Latoya and Candy are talking, and Candy mentions that she hopes that this trip to New Orleans is better than South Carolina. And then she was like, "Oh, that was shady." And she says, "Well, at least I hope there's some food." That's all Candy cares about. She is such a tourist. Anyways, Drew says she wants to make sure that this is a way a host should host in luxury. Kenya says in her confessional that Drew must have got a 2-for-1 special and then she said, but she did offer for everyone to bring her kids, and just like every time else, I'm the only one with my kid. Well, the difference is they have a choice and you don't have a choice. I mean, you do have a choice to keep her with somebody, but you probably don't trust them enough, right? This is your baby. And the other women have a choice, so they choose not to, which was the issue the last time, is like she doesn't have a choice. So whether you like it or not, she's still gonna be there, whether you like it or not. Porsha says she gets on the bus, I guess. Oh no, was she on the bus? They was on a bus, or was they on the plane? And she goes, I feel like this is going to be luxurious. And she was like in her confessional that, she did, give us an offer if we can bring the kids. I mean, it is a girls' trip. I ain't bringing my kid. So then why you make somebody else feel bad for bringing, like, that was you guys projecting on that last trip. That's the reason why you was so upset. She didn't offer. You wasn't going to bring your kid in the first place. You wasn't going to bring your kid in the first place. Latoya makes an announcement that she's not drinking, and Drew in her confessional says, well, that's great because I was really concerned and maybe the puffiness in her face can go down. But I thought you were really concerned. If you were really concerned, then the least of your concern would be her water retention from drinking. Anyways, so they start joking around on the little sprinter that they're on, that Kenya and Marlo are BFFs, and Latoya says to, who does she say it to? She says to somebody, well, I'm going to get Kenya back and Porsha's going to be on my side. And then Kenya goes, at least you know who's going to be the side chick. At least you know who's going to be the side chick. And then she says, I'm not going to chase anything but $1. Isn't that why you had a baby with Dennis? Is that what you was chasing? The dollar, wasn't you? Dollar Dennis. Can we cheers to good vibes? This is what Drew wants to know, very awkwardly, to Kenya. Kenya's like, are you singling me out? Like, girl, you are too pressed for attention from Kenya. It's weird. And it's weird because you act like you want her to have a good time, and yet and still you're very aggy, like antagonistic almost, but whatever. So they arrive and they're all out in front of the hotel that they're going to stay at. And there's a band there or whatever. And they're playing When the Saints Go Marching In or whatever. And so Drew goes in, she gets the keys. When she comes out, she says, okay, I'm going to give Cynthia the best room since I owe you for not singing at her wedding. I'm sure everybody is thankful that you didn't sing at her wedding. She says, let's see who could do the best booty bounce for a room key. Kenya stands up and she says, I'm not about to degrade myself for a room key. May I have my room key, please? Come on. And she says, well, you paid for it. Bounce it. This is what Drew says in her interview. That clip was running prior to tonight's episode, and there was a tweet that said if Kenya would have twerked or did whatever they wanted her to do for a room key, y'all would have been saying, why is she doing that in front of her daughter? And if she doesn't do it, now y'all saying she has a problem. She's not the girl you want to bring on the girls' trip. All those antics for room keys and the best rooms and all that stuff, they're not doing that anymore. You're not going to get a 50-year-old woman do a booty twerk or dance or bounce for a room key, niece. So act like you got some sense and give me my fucking room key. Why do I have to ask you over and over again? So naturally, Drew gives her the worst room. Kenya, you said it on the last trip. If you ain't getting along with the hostess, expect the worst room. That's what you got. Like a real bitch would is say, let me upgrade my room because I can do that. I'm not gonna be. You're not gonna make me be in a room, girl. Give me a break. Can I upgrade my room? Thanks. Porsha makes a comment about Kenya's butt. Maybe it hurts. Maybe she can't bounce it. It looks like it hurts. Porsha, your ass literally looks like there are cotton balls stuffed in your skin. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. You cannot talk about anyone's ass looking like it hurts. You look like you're hurting. Just standing up there stuffed in your skin. I don't know if it's the panorama weight or what's going on, but you really don't have any room to be, none of y'all have any room to be talking about anybody's body. None of y'all. That's the real tea, okay? So they go on a fun bike ride and they say, let's see if Kenya's gonna want to join, right? Because she goes and she changes her room. And then, I don't know, so Porsha ends up getting the second best room, which is funny because it looks exactly like Kenya's room that she upgraded to. What's her name said, we don't work, we earn it. Porsha, oh girl. There's nothing more auntie than a woman aging trying to hold on to her youth. So she got the worst room, and Porsha says maybe it just came back to bite her, but we already know she upgraded her room. Anyway, so Drew tries to call Kenya on the phone. Kenya doesn't answer. Cynthia calls and she answers. Remember that had just happened on Salt Lake City? So she answers. She says, we're getting ready to go bike riding. And so what's her name says, I'm coming down. And she wanted to get the phone because I guess she wanted to confront Kenya about not answering the phone. But then if Kenya goes off and says something crazy, then it's going to be Kenya who messed up the trip. Cynthia said, maybe you need to bring that up with her on the bus. They get on the bus. Kenya says, yeah, I upgraded my room. And then Cynthia asks her, being facetious, oh, you didn't like your room? She said, it would have been nice of you to tell me. This is what Drew says. Why should I tell you? Anyways, Kenya goes, I'll send you the room number. Girl, you trying to start a fight. I'm not giving you nothing. Stay pressed. Stay fucking pressed. They're on their bike tour. Kenya's acting silly. And Drew says, it's really nice, when Kenya's in a good mood. Well, leave her the fuck alone. Just leave her alone then. They're sightseeing. They stop and get something to eat. Toya uses the phone and she comes back. Kenya asks her what's wrong. And she says, I'm just a little frustrated. And then I guess she was trying to get her to talk about it a little more. She goes, I don't want to talk about it. So then Marlo calls. And then Kenya goes, what's wrong with my new bestie? And then Porsha looks over at the tables looking all goofy and shit, trying to figure out shit's going on. She don't understand. She's so stupid. If you don't care that Marlo and Kenya are friends, why every time when they make a statement about their friendship, you have a stupid look on your face? If you don't care, you would be just looking regular. Porsha is so dumb. Everybody's sitting there eating, and Toya goes, I guess this is another Fallon party. And she was like, why do you say that? Why you keep messing with Fallon? She was like, why you keep saying her party was boring? She says, it was boring. It was boring. And she was like, well, you shouldn't have disrespected her husband. This is what Cynthia says. Cynthia's newly married, so she's all about don't disrespect the husbands. So Cynthia tries to get her together, and she was like, okay, well, that's great. Why are you not drinking? That is how Drew asked Toya. Why are you not drinking? That don't have anything to do with what happened at Fallon's house. Nothing. They talking about Fallon's party being boring, and you blurt out, why aren't you drinking? She says, because I don't feel like it. She says, why? Because when you drink, you become a little aggressive. A lot aggressive. Is that why you're not drinking? And she says, I just told you. She's like, well, I'm just asking. And I just told you, bitch. I'm not drinking, bitch. There you are. You want me to get, I'm not drinking and I'm still getting aggressive. So what do you want? What's up? What's her name explains that, when you guys get drunk, y'all drinking, I can't keep up with you. That's what she said. Whatever. I just don't feel like it, bitch. I just don't feel like it. So then Porsha was like, "Oh, you calling her a bitch?" And she's like, "Girl, stop asking. Why are you guys even at? What is this conversation even about?" Drew explains that my driver talked to you about drinking. How did you know she wanted everybody at the table to know that? Why? It was so stupid. She was just talking about the changes that she needs to make, and that you were going to fast and you were going to detox, and I was just trying to be supportive and helpful. And then the next time I saw you, you were drinking. She says that her driver, she went to church by his invite and also introduced her to prophet somebody. Somebody, she said, prophet somebody. I don't know who she said. And Kenya said, well, somebody was really trying to help you. They actually wouldn't be shaming you. And then Drew goes, is that what you think I'm doing? Is that what you think I'm doing? Do I do that? I just think I think you have a problem. Then you wouldn't put her on blast like that. Like, if you really felt like you were really concerned, you would not have, one, blurted it out like that. Two, get crazy like, well, you said. I don't like Drew. I just do not like her character at all. And she says, well, would you ever apologize? So I don't know what she's talking about. Would you apologize to Drew or would you apologize to Fallon? But whatever it was, LaToya said, I said what I said. And I'm not changing it. She goes, you're impossible. Okay, Sparkle, because Drew had on this Gucci sparkling biker shorts with this big ass Gucci fanny pack. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. When she was like, you're impossible, and she was like, don't do that. Don't do that. I think she said, okay, Sparkle, don't do that. And LaToya was like, okay, y'all, bye, y'all, I'm about to go. And then you're wondering why she wants to leave. I don't understand why y'all do that. You make it uncomfortable for a person, and when they get up and want to leave, you're like, why are you leaving? Bitch, because you're making this shit uncomfortable, and I don't want to fucking knock your ass out at this table, so I'm getting up and leaving. If you know what's best for you, let me get up and leave. So she goes outside, and while she's going outside, it's like, oh, girl, I'm going in to check into AA, girl, because she said, I felt like you feel like I have a problem because of whatever. You trying to make something into something. So LaToya goes outside. Kenya goes after her. Kenya says, are you okay? And she was like, I told you got to be careful who you share your business with. And she was like, clearly. So I guess Kenya left with LaToya, and then Candy calls. And when Candy calls, she's talking to Cynthia. And Cynthia says, Drew left. She got mad. She was like, already? And she was like, yeah. She was like, well, she's not drinking. There's a whole story behind that. And Candy, who doesn't drink, was like, well, New Orleans is a drinking town. Well, bitch, what the fuck are you coming for? What you bringing your no rhythm nation having ass for? Why are you coming? Because you don't drink, bitch, and you don't bounce, and you don't dance. Nothing. Miss Freak of the Week, hang from the chandelier, bitch. You do nothing. You are a starfish. I don't care what nobody says. Bitch, you lay there. You don't give me Freak of the Week, nothing. Girl, what are you coming for? You don't drink. Get the fuck out of here. Kenya comes to Cynthia's room. And she was like, girl, I felt like that tone that Drew was taking with LaToya was kind of bullying. She goes, I don't like that bully word. I don't like it either, but I don't like to see people doing it. Now, do y'all think that she was being, like, the tone was a bullying tone? I don't know if it was bullying, but I know it was overly assertive, teetering on aggressive. I don't know if it was bullying, but I feel like if you felt like somebody really had a problem and you were concerned, then you wouldn't be taking jabs in the interview. You would literally be still expressing concern rather than her having puffy face. And then you wouldn't come at a table like that. That's how I feel. I feel like you don't really care. Y'all let me know what y'all think. When Kenya said that she thought that Drew had a bullying tone, Cynthia kind of agreed. Cynthia, I think being agreeable is more dangerous than actually having a firm opinion. It is so annoying how agreeable Cynthia is. Like, girl, have an opinion and be firm in it. Like, what the fuck? Ugh. It's so annoying. She's like, well, I don't think she has a drinking problem. And then she's like, so Porsha and Drew are in the other room. Anyways, well, let me finish about Cynthia and Kenya. Even Cynthia goes, why do you care about her drinking? You don't even like her. That's what it is. It's like, we could see what you're trying to do. They're veterans at this. You're new at this, trying to get a second season, and they're looking at you like, girl, what are you doing? It's for what reason? You don't like her, so the shit is fake. Anyways, so she says, I'm so sorry she couldn't bless you to sing at her wedding. She was like, girl, get the hell out of here. So Cynthia leaves. Kenya leaves Cynthia's room. So back in Drew's room, Drew and Porsha are having a drink. And Drew is like, I just want to have a good time. And Portia's like, well, if you want to have a good time, either you want to address some shit or you want to have a good time. Because basically those two things don't go together. If you sitting at a table trying to have a good time, you're not bringing up something that could cause an argument or create conflict. You just don't. Shamia goes, well, are you going to address Marlo? And she was like, oh, I feel like it wasn't really a friendship. And then Porsha starts crying. And she says that Marlo is trying to bond with Kenya over the Bolo situation. And she's just a fake bitch. And then Shamia goes, well, Kenya doesn't like Porsha so much. Girl, I really think it's mutual. And I really feel like y'all really try to make it seem like it's just Kenya when the feeling is mutual. This is a relationship where two people are participating in it. It is not just Kenya and it's not just Porsha. They are in a relationship, and that's what's happening. So for even Shamia to be like, well, Kenya can't stand Porsha so much. Why? Why can't she stand her? Because last season she was trying to be cool with her. And what happened? What happened? Miss Nene Monique Leaks came on the scene. And Porsha flip-flopped. And that's what happened. So why all of a sudden is it that Kenya she just doesn't like Porsha so much? I think it's mutual. I'm willing to bet on that, okay? Drew, she's happy that the phone is ringing. Her agent has sent her out. She's going to go on some interviews. She's thinking that she's about to be in a movie or something like that. I'm glad. Tell your agent thank you for, after you didn't audition for Real Housewives of Atlanta 3 times and you finally got on here and your wigs are a mess. You could have thought after 3 years you would have studied the seasons and figured out how to achieve your season 2 looks in season 1. Because season 1, you always look fucked up. And that blue screen, I'm going to use that as my thumbnail. Normally I use a cash shot of my thumbnail, but I want everybody to see this lovely handmade outfit that you have on. This rose color outfit everybody says makes you look so great in the interview. It's going to be my thumbnail because you look so great, girl. So there's time for breakfast the next day. Brooklyn she done wrote all over the walls, all in her food. Brooklyn, shout out, so you don't bring kids on girls trip, but Kenya doesn't have a choice. So Cynthia and Drew are going to go to an interview that Drew has. They're sitting out for breakfast. Candy shows up and Toya says she has on her shade blockers. And then it starts raining. And then Drew says she's going to rebuke the rain that God made. Is that what you about to do, you stupid bitch? That is a dumb heifer. She has her radio interview and they have this New Orleans line dancing called Zydeco that they're going to go, and she and Cynthia are going to go to the radio station and they're going to go to the dancing lessons. It didn't look fun. Nobody looked like they were interested, but when they got there, it was a whole different vibe. When they were on the bus, they were talking about how Robert helped Marlo decorate her room, and Kenya was like, Robert, you talk about Robert? She was like, yes, girl. She was like, he's really good. He would be a good assistant. She was like, let me call him right now. So they started acting silly. You could see Porsha in the back pressed. So pressed. She gets on my nerves. So they in there dancing. Candy don't have no rhythm. She looking all confused like she don't know what to do. Y'all cannot tell me that a person who cannot even move, have any rhythm, is good in bed. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care. Now, you may be good in bed and you can't dance, but I think it helps. I really do. And for the fact that she don't want to move nothing, can't move nothing, talking about how you move it, how you move it. Well, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say anything. They go to the radio interview. After the dancing, Marlo and Porsha stay behind. And she said it's different because you are forging a friendship with Kenya. Okay, so Porsha starts talking about how she didn't know. See, Porsha, she wants to make it seem like she's a supportive friend, but we can see over and over and over again how she's not a supportive friend. She made it seem like Marlo should have told her that she had her boutique, pop-up boutique, wherever she had it. She's like, Kenya called me and asked me if she can come. And then she says, well, I wanted to, but the opportunity wasn't there. You don't have Marlo's number? I'm sure she posted it on Instagram, so you don't have her number? And then she tells Marlo, well, you weren't calling me or anything. If Marlo is having an event, why does Marlo need to keep telling you about it? Why don't you call her, just like Kenya did, and ask her if you can come to her showcase or whatever the hell she got going on? When you and Kenya were cool last season, I wasn't hating on you, and I couldn't stand Kenya. I didn't hate on you, and I figured, listen, she gonna be cool with her or whatever. That's just what it's gonna be. And then she says, well, then that's when you change. You're my friend, and it seems like you're on her side. But I thought it didn't matter if she was her friend or not. How does it feel like she's on your side? Because she asked you, was the things that she was saying about you true? Yeah. Well, you just need to remember who the people are when you need them. Remember what she say? Remember the people who are there. She said, okay, girl, and if I fall down, be there. Okay, great. She says, well, I don't give a fuck if you're her friend. That just don't change the way you act with me. Well, you're changing the way you act with her because she is her friend. Like, I really want you to pick a struggle, Porsha. I really want you to pick a struggle. And she says, well, was the rumor false? And she's like, yes. Do you think any of my friends would actually ask me? She was like, well, they've known you long enough. I'm asking you. I ain't known you that long. They've known you a long time. So what's tea? Was it true? No, it's not true. She was like, and she just wants to be your friend because she knows she can manipulate you. She sounded so much like Nene. I was like, girl, have you been studying Nene? Have you been looking at old episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha? Because you sound just like Nene, like just like her. I was like, girl, what? And you were like, well, she's been acting funny. So back back in the car, the Sprinter, Shamia, they wondering why it's taking them so long to come out. Shamia was like, she's been talking about that, Marlo's been acting funny since you and her are friends again. And Kenya was like, girl, that is some high school shit, whatever. She was like, I'm just trying to do the loyal thing. And she was like, yeah, you're loyal, but you haven't been given the same courtesy. And you see Candy's face. Did y'all see Candy's face in the background? Like, girl, no, you didn't. It's the truth. How many times we have to say it? As a matter of fact, when Andy sent out questions for the reunion, my question was, create a montage of every single time that Porsha was disloyal to Shamia and roll the tape. And after you roll the tape, ask Shamia, why do you continue to go to bat for this woman who continuously is not loyal to you and doesn't do right by you? But you standing there like, what is that about? I asked that, and I hope he asked that question at the reunion. And I'm glad it came up in this damn episode. Girl, you're the one that's loyal, and you're loyal to a fault. So, and she's not loyal back, so that makes you a lapdog. Latoya pops her head up. She says, so you're a lapdog. Shamia's like, you just need to be quiet and stay out of it. Honey, she was like, I just feel like, Marlo's telling Porsha, I just feel like you threw me away. And Marlo's getting, emotional. I was about to say verklempt. She's getting emotional about it. And it's just so reminiscent when the last time Marlo was running after Nene because Nene was mad at Marlo for being Kenya's friend. You want to tell everybody why you mad at me? Because I'm Kenya's friend?
Tell the whole Atlanta why you not talking to me, because I'm Kenya's friend.
Here we go. Porsha, I want you to get some new material. I want you to read from a different script. Nene has done it already. Nene did it already. You are not another Nene. You cannot be another Nene. You are the side flunky tag-along girl, right? That's what you are. And you're trying to position yourself like you're an anchor of this show, and you are not. You don't have the mental fortitude to do it at all. Because in one thing you say you don't care that she's her friend. But then the next thing you say she's picking a side. She hasn't done anything different. Why? Because she asked you, was the rumor true? So Marlo says next time Kenya mentions it, you say it's not true. So next time Kenya mentions it, I'ma set her straight. And so when they get back on the bus, what's her name? Yeah, even Kenya was asking, what's the girl named Shamia? Why do you be defending her every time we look up? You defending her when she slipped up on that after show and said that LaToya was eating her box. You were like, Porsha, you didn't do that. Why are you saving her? Because she didn't save you when Phaedra was doing all of this. Hello? Okay, that's what I thought. They hop on the bus, and Marlo says she don't want to have any more conversations about miscommunication, child. I don't want to do it. If I have 2 more cocktails, maybe I'll explain it. Because Kenya was like, what's wrong? I guess because it looked like Marlo was emotional. And she was like, no, I'm not upset. It's whatever. So why do we need to feel the need to choose sides? That's high school. It's high school. It's high school. It's high school. Porsha, you can't do it. You can't do it, boo-boo. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's get down in the comments. And please protect your energy. Peace.